Um, so getting back to President Doofus One Fuckface. Um, so apparently he was tested positive the day after the debate. Um, and apparently he still went to like a fundraiser and another rally, like
Oh shit.
while he's positive, knowing that he had tested positive.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What a dick.
yeah,
Now, you mentioned a conspiracy about like this being a whole ploy to be like, oh, I beat it or whatever. You know what I
yes,
thought about? I didn't read about this. This is something I thought of. I'm sure someone else has too. But like, what if this was all what if this is just a way to not have the other debates, basically, to be like,
I,
oh, I'm sick, I can't do it.
I mean that's. I'm not buying into that for one specific reason, and that is Trump's ego.
Yeah,
If you really think
yeah.
about it,
If
like
anything, he probably wants to have the other
he
debates.
wants to have them. Like think about it, man. National television, like the whole nation is fucking watching. Like he wants to be there.
Well, there are people who argue to say that like he wouldn't want to have them because he just wants to have the power. And I'm not chiming in that I don't really have an opinion on this, but if that's true that he just wants to have absolute power and not have to go through this whole process of the election, he wants to just bypass it and still be president. If that's really his mindset, he would want to bypass the debates because in his mind, fuck it, why am I going to be involved in that? Like, um, but at the same time, I don't. I feel more like you feel in that he's very driven by ego,
Yeah,
and really at the end of the day, he would rather be on TV than than not do the debate thing. That's just
yeah, and
what I think.
look, you think about it too. Like the best analogy I can give is that he's a guy that would go to a funeral and get pissed off that he's not the corpse
Yeah,
because he
yeah,
he wants that attention. Like he feeds on that shit.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
So yeah, like there's no way he'd miss out like national television, appearance or anything like that just to, to do what?
Right.
The only other thing like he would do like just to get out of like the debates would be probably go to like do like a rally, but he's like, why go to a rally where I can have 10,000 people there when I can have the national television audience so huge, so powerful? It's Jesus
Yeah,
Christ though, man.
yeah. I don't know. The other thing too is he'd probably I don't know, like how long does the corona thing supposed to last? Like it wouldn't even necessarily last that long for all we
Um,
know.
I mean, here's the thing. Like again, we're still not 100% sure. Um, but they're saying if you have it, quarantine for 2 weeks, and there are people that are still having like health complications like after it. Like
Hmm.
there's a
Did
guy
you
from
just share something on Skype?
yeah, I just sent you a picture of what Galactus looked like, so you can be
Oh.
disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
yeah. But um, but yeah. So like there was like good example like the quarterback for the Patriots, Cam Newton, he tested positive for the coronavirus, so he has to quarantine for 2 weeks. So there's 2 weeks of NFL games that he's out of. There was a pitcher for the Red Sox. He tested positive for coronavirus. He had to stop playing for the entire season because he was having heart complications from it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like they're college athletes that are having the same problem, like having heart issues, lung issues. So
Man. Didn't they have to cancel some games like the Patriots and something
yeah,
else
like
had to get canceled?
the Patriots game, I think they're moving it to like Tuesday if I remember right. But I mean, just the fact that they're even like still fucking playing. It's like, guys, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I know your players want to play, blah blah blah. We're in a pandemic. We don't need sports right now.
Yeah,
And like,
it's funny because I talked to a customer who was like, who was talking about it, and I kind of lied because I'm not much of a huge sports guy, but I was like, I'm just glad to have sports, honestly. But honestly, I don't give a shit, and I feel much the way you do that. Like this is a pandemic, like we shouldn't really be doing shit right now, you know?
yeah, and it's fucked up in the sense of like, yeah, we just had the Stanley Cup Finals and whatnot, and congrats to Tampa Bay on winning it. Two former Devils on there, but I'd be more proud of that if like they played a season like in front of the fans. Fans were healthy. players are healthy, and it wasn't just like, well, we have to play the games. We have to, like, why? Why do we have to?
Right. Because we invested in it.
Well,
And
we invested money in this. We need more money. We need television money. And it's like, no, you don't. And if you need money that
yeah.
desperately, maybe you should have done what you advised everybody else to do. And, well, you should have stored your money away better. You should have saved a little better.
Yeah, seriously. And I kind of feel the same way about wrestling. Like when wrestling was declared what was it, an essential business? I was
Yeah.
like,
For
wrestling?
who? Like, it's like, how is this essential?
Like, don't get me wrong. Well, I used to watch wrestling. I don't watch the modern product, but
No.
I wouldn't be upset if it went away because it's a pandemic. Like,
Yeah,
kind of hard to have wrestling, a thing between two people. It's hard to have sports, a thing between lots of people in a pandemic time.
yeah, like one of
That
the
just doesn't
examples.
seem like a good idea.
Yeah, and like one of the examples from like the NFL was like, they're like, okay, you guys play the game normal, but you can't like shake hands after the game. You can't like do jersey exchanges or anything like that. And even Richard Sherman on the 49ers is like, you guys are fucked. It's like, okay, so I can do all this. Like, I can hit somebody as hard as I can and, wear the padding and whatnot. Then afterwards, just like pick them up off the field, like, hey, good game, blah, blah, blah. You slap them on the back or whatever. But I can't exchange a jersey after the game or like hug them after the game and say, hey, great game or anything like that. You guys are idiots.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Like, that is fucking dumb. And it's like, I don't care all the precautions they have in place and whatnot. It's like, look, your players are still getting sick.
Right. Right. There's been, if I'm not mistaken, there's been a lot of outbreaks from sporting events.
Yeah.
Sporting events and weddings have been like the two like hot things as far as people getting, and rallies, I guess, political rallies, but it's just because of the time of year. I'm sure if it wasn't, election season, that probably wouldn't necessarily be a big contributor. But right now it's like rallies, sporting events, and weddings are like the big mass spreaders right now.
Yeah. It's and it's fucking ridiculous.
Which reminds me to tell you a story that I'll tell off air. And might tell in a future podcast. But,
oh boy.
But not this one. That's for sure.
There will be video evidence.
Exactly.
This is like the old Alice Cooper thing. It's like, well, I could write another book, but I have to wait for a few more people to die first.
Exactly.
Man. But yeah, man, it's we've essentially we turned into the Veruca Salt of the world.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can't make me wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. It's like, if you don't want to wear a mask, that's okay. You don't have to wear a mask. You can stay home.
Exactly. Right.
Well, I don't want to stay. I want to get a haircut. Like, okay. But here's the thing: if we're gonna reopen this, they're gonna be wearing masks. They're gonna ask you to wear a mask. I don't have to wear a mask. I have a breathing problem. If you have a breathing problem, stay at home.
Right, because technically, doesn't that make you more susceptible? Why would you want to be out amidst the pandemic if you have breathing problems already? That seems sort of counterproductive.
Yeah.
To staying alive. But what do I know?
And I love what South Park did. Like, if you haven't watched their the pandemic special that they did, like,
I haven't.
You gotta watch it. It's fucking great, dude. I fucking love it. Like, there were people walking around like with the masks, like just like covering their chins. They call them like chin diapers. And somebody was asking, like, there was like a outbreak of like people growing like mustaches, like men and women, like just growing like a Randy Marsh style mustache. So they have Dr. Fauci fly into South Park, do a press conference. They're like, well, will our chin diapers protect us from the mustache? And Fauci's just like, yes, it will. But we need to remember, we need to have the mask cover the mouth and the mustache part under your nose. And the guy's like, why the fuck would we do that? We look stupid. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. They nail it.
Oh, man. That's awesome. That's the thing with South Park, though, is they do tend to nail, like, whatever subject that they're tackling.
Oh, yeah.
They nail it in such a way that only they can.
And Garrison as Trump, I mean, just, oh.
Oh, man, they did Garrison as Trump?
Yeah, they've been doing that for the past couple of seasons, yeah.
Shit, that's awesome. See, I haven't kept up on South Park at all. Like
Right.
I think I watched maybe the first season or two, right up until whenever the movie came out, and I didn't see the movie, and after that
Yeah,
I
I think that was like
haven't seen shit.
I think that may have been like between the third and fourth season or something like that. But yeah,
Okay.
but I'm telling you, dude, watch it. Watch it.
I will at least try to check out the pandemic special. That's for
All right.
sure. Oh man.
But yeah, they a couple of seasons ago they had Garrison running as like a Trumpian type of candidate, where his big campaign promise was he's gonna fuck all the Mexicans to death that were coming over illegally. He's like, we're just gonna fuck them all to death. And like a reporter even asked him, he's like, when you say you were gonna fuck them all to death, like what do you mean by that? Like, do you mean like a stronger immigration policy? Or he's like, no, no. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take their pants down and we're gonna rape them so hard that their souls leave their bodies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like
Uh,
it's fucking great, dude. I'll send you a link to like a video just so you can be like, holy shit.
is Mr. Hat Pence?
No,
Uh,
no,
missed
they don't
opportunity.
really do anything for Pence. I would just assume it would just be like a bag of like white bread or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much with
Oh
a
no, no,
cross
no!
on it.
I remember it was one of the episodes they had Caitlyn Jenner was the running mate.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's funny. Whatever happened to Caitlyn Jenner, man? She kind of disappeared. She had like her time in the sun for like about 15, 20 minutes, and then no one gives a shit about Caitlyn Jenner anymore. No one talks about her anymore.
I mean, that's fine. I kind of wish everybody would do that about the Kardashian clan, but
Well, yeah, then there's that. True.
yeah,
I'm not like looking for, hey, what's the latest on, the Jenners? I don't give a shit.
yeah.
But
Last I knew about Caitlyn Jenner, there's a website called Cameo, where for those that don't know, yeah, yeah, like you're aware about it. But
yes.
for those that aren't aware about it, Cameo is essentially like an online service. You can pay a celebrity to make like a video shout out for somebody. Like, oh, you can have this celebrity wish your husband or whatever fucking have you a fucking happy birthday.
Ric Flair will say, happy anniversary. And then he's going to steal your women's. Ah.
Yeah, like you can have Ric Flair do a fucking video shout out. I think it's I'll grab a price. I'll grab prices in just a moment here. they're getting a free. They're getting a free commercial here. God damn it. Cameo, send us stuff to give away.
I was just talking to actually someone the other day, yesterday actually, funny enough. Man, the days just blur together. But I was talking to them yesterday about the podcast, and they were like, "Have you done any sponsorship thing?" I was like, "No, I don't know who we would approach, but I guess it's something we could start thinking about."
Yeah, it's definitely something to start thinking about. Absolutely.
Yeah, manscaping. Or he suggested Squarespace because like fucking every podcast that you listen to or everything that you watch is this brought to you by Squarespace.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a free website out of the deal too. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Probably have to get our listeners
Anyway.
up. But anyways, so yeah, like for example, if you want to have Ric Flair, wish somebody, happy birthday, you can do that for $500.
Damn, 500.
500 bucks.
I get it. Woo. No pun intended, or maybe it was intended. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Caitlyn Jenner is on Cameo, and you can get a birthday or whatever greeting from Caitlyn.
Yeah, you can. At least I remember you could. I'm sure I'm spelling this name right. Whatever. Okay, so yes, Caitlyn Jenner. So you can request a birthday or whatever shout out from Caitlyn Jenner for. Let's have Bruce take a guess on this one.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well,
So
let's see.
keep in mind, like Ric Flair was 500 bucks.
All right, so I'm gonna guess Caitlyn Jenner is $100.
No,
Oh, am I low or high?
you are low.
I'm low.
You're low.
Oh no, 200,
You're still low.
500, like Flair?
Still low.
What? She's more than Flair?
Mm-hmm.
I almost said he. I almost said he by accident. Fuck, dude. I don't know, man.
All right. So
Yeah, I don't know.
all right. So there's two things that you can do here. You can request the video shout out for $2,500.
Holy hell.
Yep. Or you can schedule a video chat for $19.99 a minute.
$19.99. That reminds me of the old WWF call-in thing.
Oh,
99 cents a minute, $1.99, 99